Hey guys, my name's Greg Priest. I'm a content creator, make videos about AI tools for content creation, so help people to create videos faster and easier using AI, and I'm an OpusClip brand ambassador.
Hey guys, my name is Dan Kieft. I'm also a brand ambassador for like 2 years now. Is it quite a long time? Yeah. And yeah, I make videos about the generative AI space, try to help people bridge the gap from getting started with AI to actually integrating it and using it to make good content.
And I'm Nick Nimmin. I teach people how to thrive on YouTube. Also been a brand partner for 2 years as well. And it's been great working with OpusClip so far. Now, when it comes to OpusClip, really quick, I'd just like to talk about how everybody's using it. So for me, I have a live stream that I do every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. We stream for about 3 hours answering YouTube questions, looking at YouTube channels and things like that. With OpusClip now, they have an auto import option. So since my channel is connected there, as soon as my live stream is complete, then it will go ahead and pull it into Opus and go ahead and start clipping everything for me.
Yeah, so when I first started using OpusClip a couple of years ago, I was doing a podcast, like a weekly podcast, speaking to YouTubers, getting advice from people with million+ subscribers on how to grow a channel. And, you've all been here for a few days now. You've probably heard a lot of people say, if you're doing a podcast, if you're not making shorts to promote that podcast, you're probably not going to grow. So OpusClip was such a useful tool back then when I was doing that regular podcast, just to create tons of shorts of all the best moments really quickly and help to get like additional attention to the podcast. I don't do the podcast anymore, so I'm not using it that way anymore. But a new way I found really useful for using the tool is I quite often like to create videos for LinkedIn to kind of grow my personal brand. And I want these videos to feel kind of less edited, more authentic, just more kind of from the heart. So I kind of regularly film those in one take. But just a sitting down talking head video in one take with kind of nothing happening at all is a bit too far extreme to the direction of not doing any effort to make the video interesting. So I kind of found a really useful workflow where I just kind of throw that video into OpusClip. I can add subtitles onto that video automatically. So anyone browsing through LinkedIn with the sound off can see the subtitles on the video. And also the auto B-roll feature, whatever topic I find myself kind of drifting onto talking about in that recording, OpusClip is usually really good at automatically finding B-roll to just overlay on top of that moment when I'm talking about a different topic. And it just adds a bit more like interest and like visual change to the video. So that's a really helpful workflow.
Dan, you did?
Yeah, I use it completely different than how you guys do it. Like I run a lot of experiments using OpusClip. I do all kind of things like from how can you make money with your own clips, but also with other people's clips. So I tried making changes about like, if you're familiar with the platform Whoop, it's a kind of like a school platform, but you can do a lot more. And they have like Whoop clipping, which is this whole new own section. People use it to clip other people's content. And this used to be done through like a video editor. Then you have to like either do it yourself or pay that video editor. And now you can do that with something like OpusClip. So I put in a video in there and I generate a ton of different shorts. I use the shorts, upload them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and then you get paid per the amount of like views you get on these videos. So for me, it's like a whole different way of like, okay, I can either even use other people's content, generate revenue with that, and experiment more to see what works. So that's one way I'm using it. We're also like OpusClip has just launched the Agent Opus, which is in private beta right now. I'm testing it out too, just to give like Ivan and the team like a whole lot of like feedback. And that's a new way I feel like creators like me, but also like Greg will be using Agent Opus a lot more. Because like with Agent Opus, you can drop in your script or you can drop in any link to a news article or anything that you find informative and make a dedicated video on that. But that's completely different than how OpusClip works. Maybe Ivan, you can explain a little bit about Agent Opus.
Yeah, Agent Opus definitely is exciting. As Dan said, still in closed beta, but we're looking forward as we get closer to the end of the year and things work. Ideally, where we want to go with it eventually is where you'll be able to actually just record yourself, plug it in, and it'll be able to actually create a video behind you with edited motion graphics as you would with an editor and something like that, just to be able to really lower the barrier of entry again, or just make things more accessible for people who want to be able to put out content, maybe make explainer videos or different things that fit in with their channel.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Another use case, because we're talking about use cases, which I think is great. A friend of mine, so he has a dedicated shorts editor that actually goes in and, like, cuts out his live stream because he works full time, so you got to keep him busy, and he's not doing the long form content. But in his case, because he has that dedicated editor for the shorts, because he does some more fancy stuff, to save man hours on the amount of time that it takes that editor to scrub through his long live streams in order to find the right clips that he should work on. What he does is he actually dumps them into OpusClip, or he puts the link into OpusClip, lets OpusClip find those clips, and then he has the editor search for it in the transcript of the video. And then that way it actually cuts down on the man hours, the amount of time that the editor's spending just sitting there scrubbing through a bunch of stuff that actually isn't going to be a good clip. So because of that, it's a really, efficient way to also, work with your editors and things like that. It's just a quick way to be able to find, those important moments. So when it comes to OpusClip, there's a few things also that I want to let you know. The very first is the affiliate program. So if anybody here, wants to, make some extra money, if your audience is a good fit for that, they do have a affiliate program that is a 25% commission for the year. So how that works out, a lot of us actually do really well on the affiliate side when it comes to promoting things in this way. But basically, how it works is if somebody signs up for OpusClip with your affiliate link, then you actually get paid for the entire year on that person. So every time they renew, as long as they stay a customer for that year, then you get those recurring commissions. So just wanted to let you know about that. You can find information about that on their website. If you haven't tried OpusClip yet, you can go to opus.pro and check it out, see for yourself. They do have like a free version as well, so you can go in there, play with it, just kind of see how the whole thing works, and then you can take it from there.